The Valley Temple gave me a migraine. So the Valley Temple is sort of in front of the Sphinx, but it's off to one side. And when you approach it from the outside, the blocks are really very eroded and look extremely ugly. But then as soon as you get to the entrance, it's beautifully polished granite, and it's very, very elegant at that point. So here's a little map to show you where it's located. So it's just off to one side. It's not in front of the Sphinx. It's just off to one side of it. And it's attached to the causeway along the side where you go and view the Sphinx. So, so we were with an enormous number of people. It just horrendous, the crowds there. Anyway, here's a diagram of the area. So the entranceway is on the right-hand side. There's two areas that look like entranceways. I don't know if the other one was, but anyway, you go through a door on the left. In my regressions, there were still casing stones and in granite on the front of this building, and it was really very beautiful and a lot taller. I'm sorry about the wind noises, but there was nowhere quiet for me to record. And so I'm on the roof of the hotel, and there's a lovely breeze blowing, but it's a kind of a noisy breeze, so sorry about that. So here's a photo of just from the entrance area when you just go inside. And as you can see, there were so many people that it was difficult to get a good photo. And here is a picture of just above the entranceway. It's a really interesting little nook up there. Anyway, once inside the entrance, this is the sort of thing that you get to see. These amazingly beautiful blocks, and they are big. I mean, not as big as the ones on the outside, but wow, they're big, they're beautiful, and they're irregular. My regression memories of this place is not as clear as, say, the Serapeum, but, I still had that very strong feeling that I'd been there before and I knew it, even though I wouldn't have been able to find my way around this place. It's just bits of it that I can remember, like when you go through into the main area and there are little areas in the floor, but I'll come to that shortly. In the area before you get into the main area, there is one black basalt rock, and it really stands out. And all the rocks, all the blocks, I should say, the fit between them is absolutely amazing. So here's a picture of our fabulous tour guide, and he's pointing out how amazingly tight the fitting is between the blocks. Then we went through into the main area where the pillars are, and it's so big and beautiful and amazing. And in the floor, there are some recessed areas, and the general consensus is that this is where they put some statues. But that didn't sit right with me, because I have this vague memory of there being several machines in this area. And one was kind of coppery coloured and had a large glass bulbous area on it. And the others were just sort of box-like. So the two at either side were box-like, and there was this one in the middle. And it looked copper-coloured, and it had a big round glass globe thing. So I don't actually know what they did, but that's just what I remember from my regression. So after that, we made our way to the exit, which was a shortcut through to the viewing area for the Sphinx. So on the map you can see that there's a little alleyway. So I'll put up a photo. Oh, and of course I've spelt Sphinx wrong, but never mind. So once we ascended through this passage, then we were right out into the area overlooking the Sphinx. We didn't get very close to the Sphinx, and once again the number of people there was horrendous.